Joining me now, first on CNBC, Activision-Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick. It's not Sun Valley, sorry.
Just thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
At the NYSE. I'm happy to have you, Bobby. It's been a while since you and I have spoken. First, let's just get to the deal itself. Some shareholders, unhappy with accepting 99 cents and an additional dividend and a potentially higher termination fee should this deal fall apart after August 29th. What do you tell them as to why these are acceptable terms?
98% of our shareholders approved this transaction. So our shareholders are overwhelmingly positive about the details of the terms. I think the short extension, we got significant consideration. I think the termination fee may be one of the largest in history. We've got an improvement in commercial terms. We're paying a 99-cent dividend. So I think the shareholders my view is that this is a great deal for
You didn't think you were
shareholders.
in a position to potentially extract a little bit more compensation from Microsoft? You've already waited. This was announced in January of 22.
Well, we extracted a significant amount of additional value. If this deal isn't going to close, we're going to pay a dividend. So, from my perspective, I think shareholders, what I've heard is shareholders are overwhelmingly enthusiastic about this transaction.
Are you overwhelmingly enthusiastic about it?
I think given how competitive the landscape has become, how difficult it is to attract the kind of talent in AI and machine learning that we see is necessary, and especially now as you're starting to see the pace of the use of AI and machine learning change, that this is a great transaction for our shareholders, for our company, and so I'm very excited about it.
We're waiting for the UK, as we have been for some time. The dynamics seem to shift markedly, really, over just the last few weeks. What are your expectations when it comes to what is left to do there to get the approval of the CMA?
So if you think about the history of the video game business, the UK really factored significantly in the evolution of the industry. The BBC had a computer in the early 80s. Sinclair was one of the first people to introduce a consumer computer. There's a really exceptional amount of talent in animation, in art, in game design. And so I think the UK recognizes that they have an opportunity to continue to be a leader in the video game industry. And I think we're going to end up seeing a reasonable resolution, and hopefully it'll be quickly.
What's quickly? Next 45 days?
I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be able to happen that quickly, but it's hard to know. It's government. It's, the summer. But I think that there's a good faith effort to work through all the issues and the opportunities, and I think that we'll come to a quick resolution.
Was there a point at which, as much of the market was at least, that you were particularly negative, given the initial strong opposition of the CMA when they came out with their interim decision, that you thought this was just not going to happen?
Look, I think if you listen to Jonathan Cantor on the show this morning, he was very thoughtful and recognized that the law matters and that the facts matter. And I think what he said was unequivocal, that when they bring these actions, they abide by the law. And so we've always believed that the law and the facts in our merger were very supportive of a transaction.
Even when it came to the CMA, where it was, seemed to be less transparency, at least for many of us who didn't know the process as well.
Well, I can't speak to the process as much as where we are from an outcome perspective. Microsoft entered into a long-term agreement with Nintendo, with Sony. So I think most of the concerns that were expressed are concerns that they've all been addressed.
Yeah. So I'm just curious as to what your expectations are. Microsoft is pursuing what has basically been sort of telegraphed as a small and discreet divestiture to meet their objections in the UK. Is that something that has to take place prior to the approval from the CMA, or are we going to get this thing called a derogation, which allows for the closure of the deal before that divestiture has taken place?
So I can't comment on the specifics of what the resolution will be. I think the EU was incredibly thoughtful in the way that they approached the process. I think they were extremely well informed. I think one of the reasons is that the video game industry is growing dramatically in Europe. I know from our own operations, we have studios in Poland, in Berlin, in Barcelona, in Stockholm. There's an enormous amount of talent and opportunity, and I think video games are seen as an opportunity for growth in in a market where there has been not a lot of growth.
Yeah.
And so I think in the case of the UK, I can't tell you what the specifics will be, but I think they've come to realize that, you know, the remedies that we've proposed are reasonable, and I think we'll be able to get the deal done quickly.